Let's recap those leading stories. 2 motions of no confidence against City of Johannesburg Executive Mayor Dr. Mpho Phalatse have been withdrawn. Minority parties in the Johannesburg Council who had filed the 2 motions have warned that they will return with another motion.
Joburg Mayor Mpho Phalatse has survived yet another attempt to unseat her from office. This follows the withdrawal of 2 motions against her.
They did not have the numbers to oust me. They didn't have the numbers to oust even the chairpersons that they wanted to remove. So yes, I still say I believe they did not have the numbers. The DBSA loan item was a separate item altogether. Politics is a numbers game. And every day things can change in politics. We've seen it. We've been a year in office. I was elected on the 22nd of November last year. There's been so many changes. We've seen people move from one side of the council to another. And that will continue to happen possibly until the end of term. Nothing is certain. So I also wouldn't be so sure if I were them that they'd be able to bring it back and succeed.
But minority parties insist that the motion will be brought back in the coming year.
Well, we went through this great lengths because if you remember, you were in council yesterday, all of you were in council yesterday when we did not pass the DBSA. And we are still of the thought, and we still believe that if there is money, why do they want that loan? So we want them to prove to us they don't need the loan, they have the money, and they are able to give us services. Cars are being repossessed continuously. Why is that happening? Contracts are not. You heard this morning that even IT is in a problem. So she must be able to prove to us that as the mayor, she's got all her ducks in a row. And I don't think she has.
While the outcomes of the Joburg Council have been affected by what transpired in the Ekurhuleni Council, the economic freedom fighters are not backing down. The party wants the ANC to first fulfill its promise by installing an EFF mayor.
The discussions between ourselves and the EFF in Johannesburg, as you know, we started our processes as Johannesburg long before there was a matter of Ekurhuleni. Therefore, our understanding remains that Johannesburg remains a different story and Ekurhuleni is another story. And even in the discussions between the 2 leaders, Johannesburg still been maintained as a different story because it started its processes alone with small parties or the partners and there was no one else except ourselves and the EFF. So the leadership of the ANC has acknowledged that Johannesburg is a different story. The EFF itself has acknowledged that it's a different story. But there are few things that just need to finalize.
While negotiations still continue between the EFF and the ANC, Mpho Phalatse remains as Joburg mayor. Although parties have warned that she will be removed in the coming months, she says she will continue with the business of the city and prioritize service delivery. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mbali Thethani in Johannesburg.